Hello everyone, it's Thalan McRom, and today we're going to be playing a game called Wayward, because they just dropped their Cursed Bear update, which basically makes it so you can get cursed at night, and this will cause special events to happen. But we're going to start a brand new world, because there's been several updates since I created that last world. So let's see here, what shall we call this world? Let's do the Lost Islands. There we go. Random seeds fine. We'll leave it on hardcore mode because hardcore is actually the default way to play. It is supposed to be a roguelike. Your character dies, game over, make a new character, or start over. Casual lets you respawn, challenges, quests, and stuff. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can also do multiplayer. This game supports multiplayer. You can do real time. That can be a little rough. I generally leave it on manual turns, so we're going to do that. So let's just do next. And I have a character I've been using, but we'll make a new character. There we go. Do it kind of a gray. Hairstyle. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be fine. That'll work. Alright. Rabus. Let's see here. Ooh, Giles was actually pretty good. Too bad I passed that. Robart. There we go. Robart will be our character. Alright, so it randomly generates the world, and you basically start washed up on this island. You're basically a shipwreck survivor of some sort. You've got a tattered shirt, some tattered pants, and then a random collection of things in your inventory. You always start with at least one jar or glass of fresh water. We've actually started pretty luckily. We've started with a bow and a hoe, and we have some wooden poles, a branch, some cotton seeds, so we can plant some cotton. You always start with a bedroll. It's just the basic leaf bedroll. We've also started with some potato seeds, so we can plant potatoes right off the bat once we find a good place to get set up. We've started with an animal skull, which means we can make a helmet. And we also started with some button mushrooms as a food. And notice, it says you can eat it, but it doesn't tell us what it gives us, because every time you eat an item, it might give you some health, some stamina, fill up some hunger, and might raise or lower your thirst depending. And we have a weight capacity. We have attack and defense. And that's coming from our shirt and pants. And if you notice, they have defense values. Defense base +1, +1 against slashing, -1 against blunt, piercing, fire, and -2 against cold. Fire, I mean, and -1 against cold. Heat insulation +3, so it gives you +3 protection against actual temperature by not getting too cold. But they're all damage types. Same with your leggings and anything else you wear. So, this is a roguelike. It is turn-based, so you just move around with your keyboard here. Oh, wait. What's it? I think it wants us to look at this. Stranded. I find myself no longer in the company of good men or fine seafaring vessels. Instead, I discover myself in tattered clothing with but few possessions, a bow, we got some beggar tick seeds. We can't grow flowers, okay. Tattered cloth, shirt, and some other shoddy items. Alright, but basically, you can eventually make a sailboat and sail around and find new islands and stuff. Why is it not letting me... Oh, right. It's WASD to move. That's right. Alright, so as we move, turns start passing. There's a rat up there. We could fight it if we wanted. And this is our crafting menu up here. It shows us the things we can make out of what's in our inventory. So we could make a wooden spear, which is a piercing weapon. We can make a wooden flute, which you can use to command tamed animals and stuff. We can make a cork, because we have some bark. And we can make a wooden arrow shaft, which wouldn't be much good because we don't have anything else to make arrows with. I've not seen these leaves before. You can right click on it and tell you what. Okay, so we can sleep on it. We can gather with hands. So we'll just gather with hands here. And that's helping increase our botany skill. We can also just press 9. Because that's what the hotbar down there basically lets you hotkey actions. And so we gathered some dried leaves, which we can use as compost. We can use it to stoke fires, start fires. It's tender. So we're going to keep gathering that because we're going to want a fire soon. There we go. And notice we're leveling up our botany. And there are a whole bunch of skills in this game. Just like there are, stats. You have strength and dexterity. So notice we have spruce tea here. It is in its ripening stage. So soon it'll be, have some spruce nuts on it and stuff so we could get more spruce wood. So there's that rat we saw. Up here we've got some wooden shavings. So that's a new item to me. Alright. Let's grab that. We'll pick up those wooden shavings. Let's see what they're for. Pulp and tinder. So we could also use that for our fire. Cool. What do you have over here? Shredded paper. Let's go see. Let's go investigate that. And here we've got some mud. Be useful later. And here we've got some corn stalks that are flowering currently. And some more wooden shavings. Is there do we have the git command on here? No, we don't. Alright, so we'll just grab that. So G is our git command. Oh, we picked up an item of exceptional quality. The wooden shavings of enkindling. So items can have, quality in this, which can give them special traits and stuff. Very very important when you're doing crafting. So in this case, it's got the magical property of stoking. It adds 123 to fire. That's pretty good. Alright, so let's keep exploring a little bit. Oh, here we've got a cave entrance. So caves are both a good source of materials, but they're also very dangerous. So if we go down, let's see here, descend. We can look around a little bit, but you can also notice we finally got a temperature gauge. So it's cold down here. We don't want to spend too much time down here without some sort of heat source. And notice it's pretty boxed in, but we have to be careful down here because we could encounter things like skeletons. Oh, we found a door. We found like an underground little hut here. There's a skeleton in there, I think. I think that's a skeleton back there. We're not going to mess with it, though. So there's some sort of ruin down here. So that's actually good for us to know later. We're not going to go mess with that too much right now, because one, we don't have any weapons of any value on us, anyways. Because we don't have arrows for the bow. We don't have like a sword or something. And right now, it's most important that we secure a source of food and water. So here we've got a cucumber plant. Can we gather with hands? So let's see what we can get. We got a cucumber. Beautiful. And we're going to see if we can't get another cucumber. There we go. So cucumbers are great in this game because they give you both food and water when you eat them. So we're going to want to save those. We can also do things like fishing. And we got another cave entrance over here. It should take us down into the same cave, basically. What's this up here? Now we got some lettuce that's growing there. It also gives you these little messages. Like here it's telling us about the extraordinary specimen, and we can click that to learn more. And then if we go back, stranded. Here we go. Depths of the island is telling us about the caves. Basically, as you do things, it'll give you little messages, and they're kind of like little tutorial hints. Oh, here we go. Fantastic. This is perfect. We found an old abandoned garden with a scarecrow. I've never actually found one with a scarecrow. I found them like walled in and stuff before. But we have nice fertile soil here. So we can actually take our hoe And see, we have a granite hoe. We can also till with... Oh, where's my hoe? Alright, we'll do it this way. We should till. There we go. And now what we could do is we could find our cotton seeds. And we could plant them. There we go. So there's cotton growing there. And come over here. Now we've got these bagart seeds. We'll plant those too. I don't think they're going to be super useful. Most importantly, we're going to plant these potato seeds. Because you can just eat the seeds, but I find it's better to plant them because obviously we're foraging right now. There's some poison ivy over there we'll have to get rid of. What do we have here? We have some carrots that are budding. So this is pretty good. So what we'll do here is we'll use this to... Well, let's see here. Alright. Let's go... There's a way to move this onto the hotbar. Here we go. That's what we want. There. And see, that gave us some grass and some grass seeds. And then what we can do eventually is we can make fertile ground to put there. And there's some shallow fresh water here, which we're going to leave there. The other thing we're going to need soon is we're going to need a way to purify water soon. Let's see here. What's that up there? There's that flower we just planted. Let's go over here and investigate that. See what we can get from here. Down here we got some more carrots. Let's go with 9. And what did we get? We got some dried leaves, it looks like. No, we got some seeds. Okay, there we go. It did scroll up for some reason. Yeah, we got some seeds. And we got some of these. There you go. Apparently we can eat these flowers. Alright, let's gather it one more time. We got some more flowers. It's still budding. So it's budding, so we're going to leave that alone. So let's eat one of these flowers here. It's a medical item. Oh. So we could actually use these to make medicine. That's what this is for. So medical water. You can use this to heal yourself and stuff. Alright, so that's medicine. That's actually a very good plant for us to have. And here it's talking about gardening. Because we've got seeds. Alright, so what we really need is we need some rocks. And while we could like hack at the stone with our bare hands, it's not super good. We got lots of decent food around here. Let's see if we can't get something out of this tree. So now we're increasing our lumberjacking tree, but it's not very effective, and we're actually hurting ourselves. Do we have a sharp rock? We do have a sharp rock. Okay. Okay, we have a sharp rock. So we'll use it to cut some of the tree, and it's damaging our sharp rock here. Now let's not do that too much then. What do we have over here? It's maple tree seedling of great value. We got a slime over here. So the slime is an enemy. We could fight it, but we don't have to. They're not like particularly hostile or anything. I mean, they can be extremely dangerous, but we're not going to try and fight it. But the cool thing is, let's see here. Come on, I want to see if I can't. Okay, it's not going to let me pick up the slime. But if you get the slime chunks, you can use the slime to basically make glue, which can be useful. What do we have here? Wood shavings again. We'll do that. What's this here? A chicken egg. We'll get the chicken egg, because we can cook that and eat that. We can even just eat it right now, which actually might not be the worst idea. So let's go ahead and just eat that. Alright, so we lost 1 health. We gained some stamina, some hunger, and some thirst. So there we go. What do we have here? More of those flowers, some more shredded paper, pile of rocks. Here we go. This is what we were looking for. Alright. This is increasing our mining skill as we dig through this pile of rocks. Yeah, we know it's not... Okay, we were tired. And we got a rune. A Rune of Invocation. Runic symbol card with an ancient shard of wood. Inspecting the rune. Too close, he sends shivers down your spine. So we can invoke it. I'm not sure what these do. So this is something else that was recently added that I've not actually played with yet. So they added a rune system. Used to, there was this whole mechanic where basically the more plants and trees and things you cut down, the more animals you killed, the more the island didn't like you, and the more bad things and monsters would show up. And while the more plants you planted, and the more you relied on like fishing and things of that nature, and the less construction you did, the less dangerous the island was to you. It was this whole interesting mechanic, but they've now replaced it with this whole like rune system and just making certain areas are more dangerous than other areas and stuff. Okay, that was inedible. Basically, it's telling me I should have eaten the chicken egg raw. But there we go. What's the other new one? Artifacts of unknown origin. Okay. I do not know how I obtained it. I gained a skill in mining, and it was there. Really, I do not understand. Okay, so basically it's telling me about the runes. But we are getting tired, so what we should do is we'll right-click on our thing, and we'll just do rest. Oh. Basically, the slime wandered up to us and woke us up. What do we get? Our mining skill increased, and it increased our strength. It increases our maximum health and carry capacity. So there you go. That's how you increase things. As you do certain things, the attributes most related to those will increase in time. What do we have here? What is this? What have I picked up? Oh, chicken eggshells. We can use these for compost, or we can crush them. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this a little bit more. The slime has hit you for 1 damage. Slime. Stupid slime. They're not normally aggressive. More often than not, you just, you know, getting hurt because they just happen to be around you. Kind of want to use this paper for stuff. Oh, we did get we got a superior granite rock, which we could use to smooth the granite, or, let's see here. See, if we had another rock, we could make some other things. We also need some cordage. That's part of our problem right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to dismantle the stick to get some things. So dismantling the stick got us some cordage, which we could also use to make, and we need another, so we need 2 wooden poles to make this hand drill, which will let us start fires. We can make some compost. Yeah, we'll make some compost real quick out of those eggshells. Yeah, we'll do that. So you can use compost to mix it with like ashes and other things. Come on. Yes, that's right. There we go. We succeeded in making it, though. But we can use that to make fertilizer. Alright, let's also... we're still good on hunger, so let's rest one more time. This slime is just not going to let us rest. Go away, slime. There we go. Okay. Now let's get this. Finish getting these rocks. And we got some pebbles. Okay. Could really use some more rocks. What do we get here? What's it telling us? I am too inexperienced. Basically it's telling us the lower our skills, the more likely we are to fail at something. Gardening, yep. Come on. Just let me clear out these messages. Nothing lasts forever. Yep. And my needs outpace my stamina. Yep. Okay, cool. And the other thing we can do, because we're going to need some more... Shoe rat. I don't want you. So here we go. So we want these batter locks. These are a great source of cordage, kind of in the early game. You can also use them to eat if you need to. And they're always around the shoreline here. What do we have here? What is this? An animal claw. Ah, animal claws are great. So we'll pick that up, because we can use that to make a needle and stuff. Now, the other thing you can do is you can turn this off and just show it in, by skill. So, like, for blacksmithing, we could make a tin mortar sill, but we don't have tin. But what we're more interested in making right now, and working towards in the long term, is a granite dripstone. So we need 3 granite, 4 poles, 2 strings. So we need the string. So let's go back to, craftable only. So let's make some string. We'll be using our batter locks that we just got, as well as that stripped bark. There we go. We made a string. That increases our tinkering skill a little bit. You're starting to see the game here. So we're trying to both survive as well as, improve. We got something up here. What is this? Oh, fish bones. Fish bones can be useful because you can use those to make glue as well. So I'll grab those real quick. What do we have here? We got some more tree bark, which we can strip the tree bark to make stuff. What's back here? Another pile of leaves. I'm not super interested in the leaves right this second. Oh, here we go. What do we have over here? That's tumbleweed. Tumbleweeds are kind of annoying. But we got another branch down here. Branch will be good. Let's get that branch, because we can actually... Ooh, what's this? It is a superior branch. It's got a mining rating of 2. Interesting. So we could actually use that. Let's go ahead and dismantle it real quick. Ah, good. So we got a superior wooden pole. Alright, so we could use it to make a granite hammer, which is good, because you can use the hammers to fix things. You can use it to make a granite knife, which we can use for butchering and harvesting. You can also use it to make a fishing rod, which would be good. That'd get us some food. Lots of options here. But we're going to hang on to that for now. What do you have here? So we can get some more of these flowers. How's this doing? Still budding? Alright, there we go. Because we don't want to get too far away from our farm here. Oh, we got some, looks like tin ore over here, maybe. It's hard to tell. But we got some ore of some sort there in the rocks. Oh, we got some mushrooms up here. They're still maturing. Got spruce tree there. Still don't have a good source of water, which is going to be a real problem soon. Part of the reason I wanted to build that dripstone, because what we can do is the dripstone will basically let us take seawater and put it in there. Nightfall, and it's quickly becoming nighttime. Got it. More poison ivy again. Oh, here we go. There we go. We got another piece of granite, so we're getting closer to our dripstone. But basically, we can put the seawater in it, and it'll turn it into clean water over time. I think we're back at our farm over here. We are. This is where we found all that stuff. So we could actually go over here and plant some of the seeds we've gotten. Especially now that we know that those flowers are a medical thing. Oh, we've got clay over here. That's going to be super useful. So we can use the clay to make more clay jugs and stuff. Where was our farm? Was it over here? There it is. There's our farm. So let's plant some seeds here. So we've got paper. Here we go. We got some more beggar tick seeds for those flowers. We have some grass seeds. We're not going to plant those, though. Is that all the seeds we have? Well, what we can do is we can dismantle one of these cucumbers to get some cucumber seeds. And we'll plant those there. So we have some more cucumbers growing. And then we're going to eat this cucumber. And notice that gave us both food and water. Cucumbers are great for that. Okay. Now let's see if we can't find some more rocks. Some more rocks would be really good. You can also eat tree seeds in this game, if you need to. Oh, we got some more rocks down here. Perfect. What's that? Shredded paper again. There we go. Grab that shredded paper and some more rocks. Nice. This rat is apparently really gonna... There we go. That rat decided it was gonna fight us. But we are bleeding now.
Oh no.
Which is a problem.
Could you die of bleeding?
Well, yes, son, you can't die of bleeding. My kid was asking me about the game. Alright. So, we've killed the rat, though, but we can butcher it. Because we have a sharp granite stone. And that gave us some tainted meat. As well as... No, it also gives you... Okay, so this one didn't give us a fur. Alright, now in theory, the bleeding will stop on its own. It just did. There we go. We got some leaves and a branch. We're going to dismantle this branch. And we got some twigs. And our sharp granite rock is breaking apart. Not surprising. So let's go ahead and get this bandicock there. Can we make some more string? We can. There we go. Alright, what's it telling us now? What have I done? Oh, I killed an innocent rat. It attacked me first. A dangerous mistake. Using my bare hands to fight. Okay, it's telling me about the wound. Got it. Survival of the fittest. Rat corpse lays are lifeless. In order to maintain my own life, perhaps it should be beneficial. Yep. Butcher it. Got it. Alright, we're going to look for some more goods, because we're almost to the point where we can almost make that still. So we can make a boat paddle, we can make a shovel, we can make a granite spear, which has better damage than the stone spear. We can also make a granite deadfall, which we use to catch like rabbits and stuff. Wish we could cook this meat better, because tainted meat's not great. Let's see here. Let's go by skill. Where's our dripstone? Let's see here. Stonework. What do we need for the dripstone? So we still need 3 more poles. Alright, so that's our hold up here. Alright, so let's go by craftable only. There we go. So we still just need a little bit more wood. And then we can make our granite dripstone. We got a lot of water here. So you can actually build wells to find to get water and stuff. You can also build dripstones, which is what we're trying to do. What do we have down here? More wooden shavings. Some more fish bones. See, all that's important because we can use that to make glue, which we can use to fix stuff. Alright. Let's keep pushing around a little bit, see if we can't find some more sticks. And we got some more rats up here. You can find, like, large rats, too. More carrots. Alright, so we're just going to gather with hands, because that's what we got. It is hurting us, though. There we go, we got some wood. Alright. So we could use this to make a fire trowel, or fire plow, which is good for starting a fire. And when we compare it to the hand drill, which only has a fire start of 1, this has a fire start of 2, so it's better. But right now, of a more important nature. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can't get one more. We got a stick. Perfect. Perfect. So we're going to dismantle the stick. There we go. Let's do one more. We get anything else? Yeah, I know we're hurting ourselves. We got it. There we go. Perfect. We got another log. Alright, so now we can take the log and we can make mortar and pestle, which is good. But more importantly, let's go ahead and make this dripstone. Yes. Oh, he succeeded in making the dripstone. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, I know. We're hurt. Kind of tell us all about it, game. So we're going to go set this dripstone up next to our farm. What do we have here? Animal claw. Let's get that animal claw. That'll be useful. Because you can use the animal claws to do things like make needles or use them as needles for sewing purposes. And what we're going to do... Oh, we found some wooden fencing here. Interesting. This is where someone else had some sort of farm. Got some flowering poison ivy there. That sounds just awful. We pick it up. Pick it up. Alright, it's just 0 apparently. Or oh, I think that's just O. Anyways, we're gonna take this wooden fence with us back to our farm up here. We have twigs. We'll take those twigs with us. But our character is getting kind of burdened, so we're gonna just slowly carry this with us. We're gonna have to drink our water soon at this rate. But anyways, we're almost back to home. And as we get more materials, we can basically learn to make our own wooden fences and stuff. One of these was really nice. What's this one? Just a remarkable wooden fence. So it's, I guess it's got more civilization score. Interesting. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. And I think I'll build my wooden fence down along here. So we're going to build this right there. Yeah, there we go. And build. And build. There we go. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here to this area. We're going to build that. And notice that's really helped us out. And we're thirsty. And we have this 1 bottle of purified water. We're going to drink that. There we go. And that solves that for us. Now, it's given us some time that we have water. Let's come down here. And we're going to gather some liquids. So gather liquid. Now we have a bottle of salt water. Seawater. Which we can't drink that. That's going to make us sick. And it's getting pretty late here. So we're going to pour that. And now it's in here. And notice it's got 1,749 turns until that purifies the water. Once it's done, we can come back here and we can gather the water. But what we're going to do real quick is come over here. We're going to check this flower, see how this is doing. It's still budding, so it's still growing. So we'll leave that be for now. Can we go through here? No. All right, good. So that has sealed off that side, which is what I wanted. But we're just going to sleep back here for tonight. So we'll come in here. Can we read this moss-covered book? Wandering merchants. Okay, so this is telling us about merchants. Interesting. And water everywhere, not a drop to drink. Yeah, it's okay. So it's telling us about we need to purify water. Well, let's sleep. Get our character all rested up. Our tainted meat has decayed, unfortunately. But we can use it to make compost, I believe. So we'll make some compost. Yep. We succeeded there. And we can make some out of our tainted meat. There we go. So the compost has its uses again. And how's our thing doing? So, yep, that was 600 turns last night. But let's eat some of our food. Like, we'll eat these mushrooms. I'm being climbed by a cat. Currently. So there we go. We ate some of the mushrooms. We do need some more rocks and some more other materials. So let's go ahead and dismantle. We need a sharp rock to dismantle that. How's this doing? It's flowering, so those carrots will be ready soon. But it's early morning. And let's see what we can do about some rocks. We're going to need some more food anyways. So this tree dropped a whole bunch of stuff. We'll grab all that. There we go. So let's dismantle We not dismantle this? Oh, right. We still don't have a sharp rock. We need a sharp rock for that. Okay. We've got a few options here. We could try digging with our hands at the rocks here. You have a high chance of hurting yourself doing that, though. What about this? What's this? Nothing there. Okay, it's just a bare tree. Okay. Got some more rats over here. What do we have here? What is this? A raspberry bush. It's flowering. That's very good to know about. I wouldn't mind finding an apple tree either. Apple tree would be nice. Okay, so we've been down here. Let's keep going this way. Oh, hello. We've got what looks like a log. So we'll grab that. Because we can go through that in a fire pit once we get to the point where we've got a fire pit going here. What do we have here? Some more shredded paper. Go. I would really like some more rocks, though. Rocks are what we're looking for. So I will take these batty locks to make some more rope out of, because we're going to need lots of rope. Eventually, I'd also like to make a backpack. So, you notice we have this carrying capacity. The backpack reduces the amount of weight things take up in your inventory. Basically. Oh, there we go. Facing the wrong way when I tried to harvest. There we go. What's this over here? I get some more wood shavings, which will be good for starting fires. So used to, what you had to do is build like a still that ran on fire to get your purified water, which can work fine. You can still do that. What's this? It's maturing. Can we harvest this? Not getting anything, but we are improving our mycology skills, or our knowledge of mushrooms. We got some button mushrooms. There we go. Still maturing, so let's do that again. Well, increasing our mycology skill, you noticed your metabolism has slowed, changing your starvation time from 22 to 23, and your dehydration time from 16 to 17. So, there you go. Metabolism's another skill that's important. Got some more mushrooms, and looks like we can get a few more to it. There we go. And these are hoarding. I'm not sure what that does. So there's decay, stability. I don't know what hoarding does on these. Superior seems cool. Can I dismantle these? No, because I don't have a sharp rock still. I should have made that knife. Oh well. What do we have up here? Oh, it looks like we've got more paper scraps. I'm trying to figure out where all this paper is coming from. You can find NPCs, like merchants and stuff in this game. So we've got swampland here with clay. We've got lots of clay on this map, which is good. Normally I'm not this lucky with clay. Those button mushrooms are in the spreading phase. We got some bark here, which we'll take. What do we have down here? Some more wood shavings, it looks like. Yep. Alright. Got a rabbit. Some more lettuce that's growing. This is a pretty good island as far as, plants and food that we can find. What's this over here? A fossil. What's this for? Carbon. I think we can use that to make certain things, basically. Ooh, wait. Ah, we found some more rocks, finally. Good. Good. Nope, we have to harvest with hand. Ah, increase our mining skill again. And we got some more gravel. We can make a new sharp rock. Come on. Gotta work on our stone crafting. There we go. Sharp rock. And so we can make a wooden wall now. We could make a lockpick. And we could make a granite sundial if we want to know what time it was. Smooth granite. But what I want is this mortar and pestle. Yes. Which we got. It is in terrible shape, though. Good lord. All right. So we can make bone meal. We can make tannin. And then if we come down here and go into skill, so I'll show you how we make fertilizer. Where is it? Where is the fertilizer? Here we go, horticulture. So fertilizer. So we need bone meal and a pile of ash. And then we can take the fertile soil to make out of the soil and fertilizer. So if we dug up some soil and some fertilizer, we can do that. What do we use this for? And great for growing plants when combined with fertilizer and other compounds. Oh, right. You also need the compost to make the fertilizer. That's why. That's what it was. Okay. Now, we don't have any ash right now because we haven't built any fires yet. I was just missing that extra line of stuff here. What do we have up here? I'm not really going to keep picking up every wood shaving I see. I was hoping to find some more food. Eat those mushrooms there. And I'm going to dismantle this, which gave us some button mushroom seed spores, which we can use to plant them. We're going to eat these. We didn't get any water from those, unfortunately. All right. We have up here. We have a log, which we'll take. There we go. All right, so let's get back to our little farm area. Because I would like to take some more food. Oh, here we go. Got another chicken egg. Grab that real quick. With any luck, our water will have finally finished distilling, and we can drink that and be set there. Oh, we got some more button mushrooms here. Grab these sticks and stuff, and here we go. Here we got some tin ore. So we could mine, if we had a good mining tool, we could mine that out and get some tin. Oh, we got a dead rat over here. Well, we're gonna butcher this dead rat. And we'll take that tainted meat with us. Oh, we got some more rocks over here too. Nice. And looks like we got some more tin ore up here. Yep. There's another rat there. That one's not dead though. What do we have here? It's a ripening pumpkin. Can we harvest? We can. There we go. We got a pumpkin. All right. I wish we had a... Some days I wish we had a world map though so we could see a little better. What do we have here? Sporing. So let's go ahead and harvest this. There we go. We got some spores. Now it's fruiting. Spruce tree. I just need to finish figuring out where we're at so I can figure out where we need to go. Okay, so I think our farm's down this way. So I remember that little bit of tin ore we couldn't get to there. We saw a slime trampling a maple tree. More sporing mushrooms. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Fruiting. There we go. Alright, let's eat some of these. There we go. Keep our hunger up. Alright. Okay, so I think we actually need to go further down this way. Yeah, there's the slime. Yeah, here we go. So if we go this way, this should take us back towards our farm. It's back there. Maple tree. Carrots that are seeding. He's flowering. Let's see here. 9. What happens if we eat just one of these flowers? 1 health, 1 thirst. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, they subtract 1 thirst. Alright, what about the pumpkin? Dismantle? What do we get? We got pumpkin seeds. Okay. Well, we'll go plant these pumpkin seeds. How are we doing here? Purified water. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so let's go to our water bottle. Gather. Drink. There we go. This is part of the reason you kind of need 2 of these going at all times. And we'll plant our pumpkin seeds there. Plant. There we go. You're going to have to get rid of this poison ivy. Okay, let's... Chopping it, not provide... Yes. There we go. I want to get rid of that poison ivy. Alright, so let's plant our nice mushrooms here. And then we're going to till here. And plant some more mushrooms. And till here and plant some more mushrooms. Have any more seeds? Is there a sort? Sort by... Do we have like type? Group? There we go. Just want to make sure we're not missing any seeds here. Alright, perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some more water purified before we get too distracted. Gather liquid. There we go. Now. We just splash that water, but that's alright. Pour that. There we go. Now let's see what we can craft. Craftable. Okay. Oh, we can make a granite crucible for smelting ores. That might be useful later. Let's try and get some more granite here. So let's do... We got some granite. I don't want an anvil yet. Alright. Now let's dismantle that. We got us some boards. So we can make a wheel. Wooden rail. Because you can't build rail systems in this. An axle. Some twine. So let's see here. How much twine do we have? We don't have a lot, so let's get one of those. Let's dismantle this stick. And dismantle that stick. Not helpful. Let's dismantle one of these boards. There we go. Alright. Now, a fire plow would be good. There we go. Got it. Let's make this. Yep. So we made the knife, which is good, which is not the best thing in the world because it's going to need some repair work here, I think. Where's our knife? There it is. It's got 14 durability. No, it's not terrible. Can we make sharp rock? Yes, we can. All right. And then I need some more stone. So we're going to mine here. There we go. Yeah, I know there we go. Because we wanted a campfire. So we're going to come over here. We're going to build a campfire. Come on. There we go. Campfire. And we're going to build that out into the world. Build. There we go. And we're going to start a fire here with our fire plow, which we have somewhere. There it is. Start fire. There we go. And we'll stoke it with some of this stuff here. Stoke fire. There we go. And we're going to dismantle this board. That way we can cook this meat. There we go. We cooked the meat. And this will also start us getting some ashes we can use to make fertile soil. Where'd our meat go? There it is. So we'll eat this. And notice it made us a little thirsty. We lost some health, but we gained some stamina and some hunger. It's not the best thing in the world for us. So let's see here. Let's stoke the fire with these things here. All this kind of like just poor quality stuff that we don't need and is about to break. There we go. Alright. Fire's been soaked. Cool. Now, let's see what we can make here. So, to make the fertilizer, you're going to need some bone meal. What's it trying to use for the bone meal here? Fish bones? That's fine. There we go. And then, let's go back into here. Go by skill, horticulture. Where is it? There it is. So we need bone meal, pile of ash. So if we get 3 pieces of bone meal. Yep. And we broke our bowl or mortar and pestle, which I'm not surprised by because the log we made it out of was almost dead anyways. There we go. And we can make one more. There we go. So that's enough bone meal for us to convert all of our compost. Now we just need the pile of ashes. How's our fire doing? It's struggling, so we could throw a little bit more in there. And we'll throw this in here. Stoke fire. There we go. Now we're getting hot, so we're gonna have to move away from the fire. How's this doing over here? And I still got a while till that purifies. Our character's getting tired and hungry. Well, mostly tired. So let's take a little nap. Just rest, regain our stamina a bit. There we go. And it's here. How's this doing? So that was only about 300 seconds. We're going to have to find... We're going to need probably 2 or 3 of these to keep us in water. Now, we could eat this egg, and that'll help us out. So we'll do that. It's made us sick, though. Poisoned. If we had pure water, we could make some medicine for it. But that's the danger of chicken eggs. I don't remember what this carbon's for. I do think what we'll do here, before we call it a day, it's telling us something. Yep, poisoned. Telling us about that. Because I want to make a sundial. There, we made a sundial. There we go. So now, we should be able to see what time it is. Tell time. It's currently the 3rd quarter of the day. There we go. Now our character knows what time it is. Alright, folks, we're going to call it there for now. This is Wayward. It is a fun little roguelike. It's basically about survival, and we haven't even gotten nearly into the depths. We're still working on just getting the survival going here for Robart. We looked out, and we had a fairly decent spawn. We'll be continuing. I think I will continue this on as a series if people find it interesting. I hope you all enjoyed. This has been Thalan McRom bringing you Wayward. It's in that whole roguelike category that I like a bit. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe if you like this content. That way you're notified when I'm releasing videos and whatnot. And I'll see you all in the next one. You all have a great one. Thank you so much.